Hi, everyone, and welcome to Fluent Hub English. I'm John.
And I'm Amy. Today, we're talking about something many English learners struggle with.
Speaking naturally and confidently in English can be really challenging, right?
I remember when I first started learning English, I knew all the grammar rules, but when I tried to speak, my words got stuck.
Oh no, what happened?
I would freeze up. My mind would go blank. I knew what I wanted to say, but the words wouldn't come out naturally.
I had a similar experience when I traveled to London. I studied English for years, but when I tried to order coffee, I sounded like a robot.
It can be frustrating when you know the language but can't use it smoothly in real conversations.
That's why today, we're going to share new tips to help you sound confident and fluent fast.
These techniques will make your English sound more natural and help you speak with confidence.
So, why should you listen to today's episode? First, you'll learn practical methods to improve your speaking skills quickly.
Second, you'll discover simple phrases that make your English sound more natural and fluent.
And third, you'll get tips you can use right away in real-life conversations.
These techniques have helped thousands of learners worldwide speak English more confidently.
Learning English is like learning to ride a bike. At first, you're wobbly and unsure, but soon you're flying.
Today, we're adding some important speaking techniques to your language toolkit.
With these tips, you can go from hesitant speaker to confident communicator. I remember when I was a student, I avoided speaking English because I was afraid of making mistakes.
Oh no, did that stop you from improving?
For a while, yes. But then I realized that mistakes are part of learning. Everyone makes them.
That's why learning natural speaking techniques is so important, even for beginners.
Now, I help others who feel nervous about speaking English.
I had a student who knew grammar perfectly, but was too shy to speak in real situations.
Was that difficult for her?
Very. She missed many opportunities because she couldn't express herself naturally.
That's exactly why we're creating this episode today, to help learners like her speak with confidence.
Today, we'll cover 4 important speaking techniques.
First, we'll learn about shadowing to improve pronunciation and fluency.
Second, we'll practice using natural fillers to sound more fluent.
Third, we'll master intonation to make your English sound more natural.
And finally, we'll learn how to connect phrases smoothly for better flow.
Each section will have guided response, role plays, a short story, and guided practice.
We'll make it fun and easy so you can use these techniques in real life.
At the end, we have a quick quiz to test what you've learned.
Plus, we'll give you a challenge to practice using these techniques.
Make sure to listen carefully for our quick quiz at the end of the episode.
It's a fun way to check how much you've learned.
You might be surprised at how many techniques you remember.
It's like a little game to test your knowledge.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.
That helps more people find Fluent Hub English and learn with us.
You can also share this episode with friends who are learning English.
Let's get started with our first scene.
Scene 1. Learning through shadowing. Guided response.
Welcome to our first scene. We're talking about shadowing, a powerful technique for improving your English.
Shadowing means repeating what you hear right away, like an echo.
It helps with pronunciation, intonation, and fluency all at once.
First, listen carefully to a native speaker. Don't worry about understanding everything.
Then, repeat what you hear immediately, trying to copy the sounds exactly.
Start with short phrases, then move to longer sentences.
It's okay if you make mistakes at first. Just keep practicing.
Try to match the rhythm and stress of the original speaker.
Shadowing for just 10 minutes a day can make a big difference in your speaking.
Remember, the goal isn't perfection, but improvement over time.
Let's try a simple example. I'll say a phrase and you repeat after me.
Ready? Here we go. Hello, how are you today?
Now you try. Repeat after me. Hello, how are you today?
Great job! Now, let's move on to some role plays to see how shadowing works in real conversations.
Role play. Now let's practice with a role play. I'll be the speaker and you'll be the shadower.
Hello, my name is John. Nice to meet you.
Hello, my name is John. Nice to meet you.
How was your day today?
How was your day today?
I went to the park and saw some beautiful flowers.
I went to the park and saw some beautiful flowers.
Would you like to join me for coffee tomorrow?
Would you like to join me for coffee tomorrow?
That sounds great. I know a nice cafe near here.
That sounds great. I know a nice cafe near here.
Perfect. Let's meet at 2 p.m. outside the main entrance.
Perfect. Let's meet at 2 p.m. outside the main entrance.
Wonderful. I'm looking forward to it.
Wonderful. I'm looking forward to it.
Great job with the role play. Let's move on.
Up next, we have a short story. As you listen, try to notice how shadowing can help improve pronunciation.
Our story today is called Maria's English Discovery.
Maria had been learning English for 2 years, but she still felt shy when speaking. She knew many words, but when she tried to talk, her sentences sounded flat and unnatural.
One day, her English teacher suggested a new technique. Try shadowing, the teacher said. Listen to short audio clips and repeat them immediately. It will help your pronunciation and fluency.
Maria wasn't sure at first. But I don't understand everything, she said. The teacher smiled. That's okay. Just copy the sounds, not the meaning.
Maria started with simple phrases. She played a recording. Good morning, how are you today? Then she repeated immediately. Good morning, how are you today? At first, her words were slow and hesitant.
After a week of practice, something amazing happened. Maria was talking with a tourist at her cafe. Where are you from? She asked. The tourist smiled. Your English is very good. Your pronunciation is clear.
Maria felt a spark of confidence. She kept practicing shadowing every day. Soon, her English sounded more natural and flowing. She wasn't afraid to speak anymore.
6 months later, Maria applied for a job at an international hotel. During the interview, the manager was impressed with her fluent English. How did you improve so much? He asked.
Maria smiled. I practiced shadowing every day. It helped me sound more natural and confident. The manager was so impressed that he gave her the job on the spot.
Maria discovered that shadowing wasn't just about pronunciation. It was about finding her voice in English and speaking with confidence.
Did you hear how shadowing helped Maria improve her English? Try to remember how it worked in the story.
Great listening. Now let's take the shadowing technique and practice it together. It's time for some shadowing practice, where you can repeat the phrases after us.
Shadowing practice, this time it's your turn. I'll say a phrase and you repeat after me. Remember to copy my pronunciation and intonation. Try saying it out loud yourself, pausing after you hear each phrase.
Hello, my name is Amy. Nice to meet you.
Hello, my name is Amy. Nice to meet you.
How was your day today?
I went to the park and saw some beautiful flowers.
I went to the park and saw some beautiful flowers.
Would you like to join me for coffee tomorrow?
Would you like to join me for coffee tomorrow?
That sounds great. I know a nice cafe near here.
Perfect. Let's meet at 2 p.m. outside the main entrance.
Wonderful. I'm looking forward to it. Excellent. You're doing great with shadowing. Remember to practice a little every day. The more you repeat native speakers, the more natural your English will sound.
That's right. Don't worry about getting it perfect right away. Shadowing is like learning a song. At first, it's tricky, but soon you'll be able to do it without thinking.
Let's move on to our second scene.
Scene 2. Using fillers naturally, guided response.
Welcome to our second scene. Today, we're talking about fillers, those small words that make our speech sound more natural.
Fillers are words like you know, and like. They help us think while we speak.
In many languages, fillers are used differently. In English, they can make you sound more fluent if used correctly.
The key is not to overuse them. A few fillers can help, but too many can make your speech sound uncertain.
Let's learn some common English fillers and when to use them.
First, and are used when you need a moment to think.
For example, I would like to visit Paris, maybe next year.
You know is great for connecting with your listener.
For example, this cafe is really nice, you know? I come here often.
Like is very common in casual speech.
For example, the weather is like perfect today, isn't it?
Well is a good way to start a response.
For example, well, I think that's a great idea.
Actually is used to correct or add information.
For example, actually, I think the meeting is at 3 p.m., not 2 p.m.
Remember, fillers should sound natural, not forced.
Practice using them in simple conversations until they feel comfortable.
Let's try a simple example. I'll say a sentence with a filler, and you repeat it.
Ready? Here we go. Well, I think that's a great idea.
Now you try. Repeat after me. Well, I think that's a great idea.
Great job. Now let's move on to some role plays to see how fillers work in real conversations.
Role play. Now let's practice with a role play. I'll be asking questions, and you'll be using fillers in your answers.
Hello, how are you today?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking.
What did you do last weekend?
I went to the beach with some friends. It was really relaxing, you know?
Did you have any problems with the weather?
Actually, it started raining, but we had umbrellas, so it was fine.
What are your plans for this weekend?
Like, I'm thinking of visiting the art museum. Have you been there?
Yes, I have. It's really interesting.
That's great. Well, maybe we could go together sometime.
I'd love that. Actually, I was planning to go on Saturday.
Perfect. Like, let's meet at 10 a.m. then.
Sounds good to me. I'll text you the details.
Wonderful. I'm really looking forward to it.
Great job with the role play. Let's move on.
Up next, we have a short story. As you listen, try to notice how fillers make conversations sound more natural.
Our story today is called Tom's First Meeting.
Tom was nervous about his first meeting at his new job. He arrived early and waited in the lobby. When Sarah, his colleague, approached him, he felt his heart beat faster.
Hi, you must be Tom, Sarah said with a warm smile. I'm Sarah. Welcome to the team.
Tom wanted to respond confidently, but his words got stuck. Yes, I'm Tom, he managed to say. Nice to meet you.
Sarah noticed his nervousness. Don't worry, everyone feels this way at first, she said kindly. Actually, I was really scared on my first day too.
Tom relaxed a little. That's good to know, he replied. Like, I thought I was the only one who felt this way.
Well, let me show you around, Sarah offered. You know, the break room is really good for coffee.
As they walked, Tom felt more comfortable. Actually, I was wondering where the best place to get lunch is, he asked.
Oh, there's a great cafe just around the corner, Sarah explained. Like, their sandwiches are amazing.
By the end of the tour, Tom was smiling. Wow, this is much better than I expected, he said. Thank you for helping me.
Sarah smiled back. You're welcome. Actually, we're having a team lunch on Friday. You should join us.
Tom felt a spark of excitement. I'd love to, he said. Like, what time does it start?
Around 12:30, Sarah replied. Well, I'll see you tomorrow then. Welcome aboard.
Tom felt his confidence grow. He realized that using fillers naturally wasn't just about sounding fluent, it was about connecting with others.
Did you hear how Tom used fillers like well, actually, and like to make his conversation more natural? Try to remember how they helped in the story.
Great listening! Now, let's take those same fillers and practice saying them together. It's time for some shadowing practice, where you can repeat the phrases after us.
Shadowing practice. Your turn. I'll say each phrase and you copy me. Focus on the rhythm and tone. Pause and speak out loud after each phrase.
Well, I think that's a great idea.
Well, I think that's a great idea.
I'm not sure about that.
I'm not sure about that.
Actually, I have a different opinion.
Actually, I have a different opinion.
You know, I agree with you.
You know, I agree with you.
Like, what do you think about this?
Like, what do you think about this?
Well, let me think about it.
Well, let me think about it.
Actually, I changed my mind.
Actually, I changed my mind.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Excellent work. You're getting the hang of using fillers naturally. Remember to use them sparingly, just enough to sound fluent, not so many that they distract from your message.
That's right. Think of fillers as little bridges between your thoughts. They help your conversation flow smoothly, like a river, instead of a series of separate puddles.
Let's move on to our third scene. Scene 3. Mastering intonation, guided response.
Welcome to our third scene. Today we're talking about intonation, the music of English speech.
Intonation is how your voice goes up and down when you speak. It's very important for sounding natural.
In English, we use intonation to show emotions, ask questions, and emphasize words.
For example, when you ask a question, your voice usually goes up at the end.
Are you coming with us?
When you make a statement, your voice usually goes down at the end.
I'm coming with you.
We also use intonation to show emphasis.
I'm coming with you.
Or, I'm coming with you. The same words can have different meanings depending on your intonation. Let's practice with a simple example. I'll say a sentence with different intonation, and you repeat it.
Ready? Here we go. Are you coming with us?
Question intonation. Now you try. Repeat after me. Are you coming with us? Question intonation.
Great job. Now let's move on to some role plays to see how intonation works in real conversations.
Role play. Now let's practice with a role play. I'll be asking questions, and you'll be responding with different intonation.
Are you coming to the party tonight?
Yes, I'm coming to the party tonight. Excited intonation.
Do you need a ride?
No, I don't need a ride. Thank you.
Are you bringing food?
Well, I'm bringing dessert. Emphatic intonation.
Should I bring anything else?
Actually, you could bring some tanks. Suggestive intonation.
What time should I arrive?
Like maybe around 8 p.m. Uncertain intonation.
Will there be many people?
Oh, there will be lots of people. Emphatic intonation.
Are you excited about the party?
Yes, I'm really excited about the party. Enthusiastic intonation.
Great job with the role play. Let's move on.
Up next, we have a short story. As you listen, try to notice how intonation shows emotions in the conversation.
Our story today is called Emma's Phone Call.
Emma was nervous about calling a potential employer. She had practiced what she would say, but when the phone rang, her heart started pounding.
Hello, this is David from Tech Solutions, a voice said. Emma's voice went up in surprise. Oh, hello, this is Emma. David's voice went down reassuringly. I'm calling about your application for the marketing position. Would you be available for an interview tomorrow?
Emma's voice went up with hope. Tomorrow? Yes, I'm available. What time works for you?
How about 2 p.m.? David asked, his voice even. We can meet at our office downtown.
Emma's voice went down with confidence. 2 p.m. works perfectly. I'll be there.
Great, David said, his voice rising slightly with enthusiasm. I've reviewed your resume and I'm impressed with your experience.
Emma's voice went up with surprise. Oh, thank you. I'm really excited about this opportunity.
We'll see you tomorrow at 2 p.m., David said, his voice going down decisively. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Emma's voice went down with relief. No, that's all. Thank you for your time. I look forward to meeting you.
Have a great day, David said warmly, his voice rising and falling naturally. We'll talk tomorrow.
Emma hung up the phone, her heart no longer pounding. She smiled. Her intonation had helped her sound confident and professional, even when she was nervous inside.
Did you hear how Emma's intonation changed throughout the conversation? Try to remember how it helped show her emotions.
Great listening! Now, let's take those same intonation patterns and practice them together. It's time for some shadowing practice, where you can repeat the phrases after us.
Shadowing practice, now it's all yours. Copy my words and my intonation. Speak aloud after each phrase, just like in real conversation.
Are you coming to the party tonight?
Are you coming to the party tonight?
Yes, I'm coming to the party tonight.
Do you need a ride? Do you need a ride?
No, I don't need a ride, thank you.
Should I bring anything else? Should I bring anything else?
Actually, you could bring some drinks.
What time should I arrive? What time should I arrive?
Like maybe around 8 p.m.?
Like maybe around 8 p.m.?
Will there be many people?
Oh, there will be lots of people.
Oh, there will be lots of people.
Are you excited about the party?
Are you really excited about the party?
Yes, I'm really excited about the party. Fantastic. You're doing great with intonation. Remember to match your voice to the emotion you want to convey. Rising for questions and excitement, falling for statements and emphasis.
That's right. Your voice is like a musical instrument. By playing with the notes, your pitch, you can make your English sound more expressive and natural.
Let's move on to our final scene.
Scene 4. Connecting phrases smoothly. Guided response.
Welcome to our final scene. Today, we're talking about connecting phrases, those little words that make your speech flow smoothly.
Connecting phrases help link your ideas together so your conversation doesn't sound like separate sentences.
They make your English sound more natural and help you speak more fluently.
Let's learn some common connecting phrases and when to use them.
First, and is used to add similar ideas.
For example, I like coffee and I like tea.
But is used to show contrast.
For example, I like coffee, but I don't like tea.
Because is used to give reasons.
For example, I'm tired because I stayed up late.
So is used to show results.
For example, I'm tired, so I need to rest.
Then is used to show sequence.
For example, first I'll make coffee, then I'll drink it.
Then is used to add more information.
For example, I like coffee, also I like tea.
However is used to show contrast in a more formal way.
For example, the weather was bad, however, we still had fun.
Therefore is used to show results in a more formal way.
For example, the train was delayed, therefore we arrived late.
Remember to use these phrases naturally, not too many in one sentence.
Practice using them in simple conversations until they feel comfortable.
Let's try a simple example. I'll say a sentence with a connecting phrase and you repeat it.
Ready? Here we go. I like coffee and I like tea.
Now you try. Repeat after me. I like coffee and I like tea.
Great job. Now let's move on to some role plays to see how connecting phrases work in real conversations.
Role play. Now let's practice with a role play. I'll be asking questions and you'll be using connecting phrases in your answers.
Hi, how was your weekend?
It was pretty good, thanks. I went hiking on Saturday and I visited my family on Sunday.
Did you have any problems with the weather?
Well, it rained on Saturday, so we had to change our plans. However, Sunday was sunny and beautiful.
What are your plans for this week?
I have a busy week. First, I have a meeting on Tuesday. Then I need to finish my project by Friday.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It is, but I enjoy my job. Also, my coworkers are really nice, so it makes the time go faster.
Do you have any exciting plans after work?
Actually, I'm going to a concert on Friday. Therefore, I'm really looking forward to this week ending.
That sounds fun. What kind of music do you like?
I like rock music, and I also like jazz. However, my favorite is pop music because it's so catchy.
I agree. Pop music is really energizing.
Yes, it is. Therefore, I always listen to it when I need motivation.
Well, it was nice talking to you. I need to get back to work now.
Of course. Have a great day, and I hope you enjoy your concert on Friday.
Thank you. You too.
Great job with the role play. Let's move on.
Up next, we have a short story. As you listen, try to notice how connecting phrases make the conversation flow smoothly.
Our story today is called David's Presentation.
David was nervous about giving his first presentation at work. He had prepared his slides, but he was worried about speaking in front of his colleagues.
When it was his turn, David stood up and took a deep breath. Good morning, everyone, he began. Today, I'm going to talk about our new marketing strategy.
David looked at his notes.
First, I'll explain the current situation. Our sales have decreased by 20% this year. Therefore, we need a new approach.
He clicked to the next slide. However, our brand recognition is still strong, and our customers are very loyal, so we have a good foundation to build on.
David felt more confident as he continued. Next, I'll outline my proposed strategy. We'll focus on social media, and we'll also improve our customer service.
He pointed to a chart on the screen. If we implement these changes, I believe we can increase sales by 30% within 6 months. Then we can expand into new markets.
David paused to take a breath. Of course, there are challenges. However, I've prepared a detailed plan to address them. Also, I've calculated the potential costs and benefits.
As David finished, he looked at his boss. In conclusion, this strategy will help us grow our business. Therefore, I recommend we move forward with these changes.
The room erupted in applause. David's boss stood up. That was an excellent presentation, David. Your ideas are clear, and your speech flowed really well.
David smiled with relief. Thank you. I practiced using connecting phrases to make my points stronger, and I'm glad it worked.
His boss nodded. It definitely worked. Your presentation was professional and persuasive. Well done.
David sat down, feeling proud. He had learned that connecting phrases weren't just for grammar. They were tools to help his ideas connect with others.
Did you hear how David used connecting phrases like first, however, therefore, and also to make his presentation flow smoothly? Try to remember how they helped in the story.
Great listening. Now, let's take those same connecting phrases and practice saying them together. It's time for some shadowing practice, where you can repeat the phrases after us.
Shadowing practice. Repeat after me. I'll model each phrase, pause, then say it with confidence, just like you're speaking to a real person.
First, I'll explain the current situation.
First, I'll explain the current situation.
Our sales have decreased by 20% this year.
Our sales have decreased by 20% this year.
Therefore, we need a new approach.
Therefore, we need a new approach.
However, our brand recognition is still strong.
However, our brand recognition is still strong.
And our customers are very loyal.
And our customers are very loyal.
So we have a good foundation to build on.
So we have a good foundation to build on.
Next, I'll outline my proposed strategy.
Next, I'll outline my proposed strategy.
We'll focus on social media and we'll also improve our customer service.
We'll focus on social media and we'll also improve our customer service.
If we implement these changes, I believe we can increase sales.
If we implement these changes, I believe we can increase sales.
Then we can expand into new markets.
Then we can expand into new markets.
In conclusion, this strategy will help us grow our business.
In conclusion, this strategy will help us grow our business.
Therefore, I recommend we move forward with these changes.
Therefore, I recommend we move forward with these changes.
Excellent work! You're getting the hang of using connecting phrases to make your English flow more naturally. Remember to use them to link your ideas smoothly, not just to fill space.
That's right. Think of connecting phrases as bridges between your thoughts. They help your audience follow your ideas easily, like walking across a smooth path instead of jumping from rock to rock.
Now, let's move on to the vocabulary and phrase breakdown.
Now, let's move on to the vocabulary and phrase breakdown. We'll go over some important words and phrases from these scenes.
Shadowing. Repeating what you hear right away to improve pronunciation and fluency. Example, I practice shadowing for 10 minutes every day to sound more natural.
Fillers. Small words like you know, and like that help speech sound more natural. Example, well, I think that's a great idea, you know.
Intonation. The rise and fall of your voice when speaking. Example, your voice goes up when asking a question and down when making a statement.
Connecting phrases. Words that link ideas together in speech. Example, I like coffee and I like tea too.
Now, let's test your understanding with a quick quiz.
We'll ask you some questions about the techniques we've learned. Listen carefully and choose the best answer. Check if your answer is correct with the answers given in the comments section of this video. Ready? Let's start.
Question 1. What is shadowing?
Options. A. Learning vocabulary words.
B. Repeating what you hear right away.
C. Writing down conversations.
Question 2. Which of these is a filler word?
Options. A. However.
B. Therefore.
C.
Question 3. How does your voice change when asking a question in English?
Options. A. It goes down at the end.
B. It stays the same.
C. It goes up at the end.
Question 4. Which connecting phrase shows contrast?
Options. A. And.
B. But.
C. So.
Question 5. Why are connecting phrases important?
Options. A. They make you sound smarter.
B. They help your ideas flow together.
C. They make you speak faster.
Great work, everyone! Let's do a quick recap of what we learned in this episode.
Wow, what a journey we've had today! From shadowing to connecting phrases, we've learned so many useful techniques to speak English more naturally.
That's right. Now you know how to use shadowing to improve pronunciation, fillers to sound more fluent, intonation to express emotions, and connecting phrases to make your speech flow smoothly.
We also practiced role plays, quizzes, and shadowing, so you can use these techniques confidently in real life.
Remember, learning English is like learning a musical instrument. You need to practice regularly to improve. And today, we've added some important techniques to your language toolkit.
Next time you speak English, try using one of these techniques. You'll be surprised how much more natural you sound.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of Fluent Hub English. Keep practicing, keep learning, and get ready to speak English with confidence and fluency.